It takes everything we have to face it. Without a sound, we take a step. Inside our hearts are racing. If it takes forever, we'll get there together. I'm riding along this road, not knowing where it will go. No matter what life brings, if it's you and me, we're ready for anything. Watching the clouds go by, in our time we'll learn to fly. No matter what life brings, if it's you and me, we're ready for anything. We're ready for anything. We're ready for anything. We're ready for anything. So as we run into the sun, sometimes I know we're gonna fall down. Hold my hand and we'll get up. I know we're gonna make it somehow. If it takes forever, we'll get there together. I'm winding along this road, not knowing where it will go. No matter what life brings, if it's you and me, we're ready for anything. Watching the clouds go by, in our time we'll learn to fly. No matter what life brings, if it's you and me, we're ready for anything. We're ready for anything. We're ready for anything. We're ready for anything. Come on, we can be. Come on, anything. Come on, I don't care. I go with you anywhere. Come on, we can be. Come on, anything. Come on, I don't care.
You're just supposed to do a dance.
Do a dance. Come on, 5, 6, 7. Number off. Let's go. Come on, hey. Go first.
Show me the
Anger. What is this?
祝他们幸福美满，叶杯祝他们。你上面找就对。
Sour, like reminding.
You're stupid. Keep this one. Put the cool nicer today. Wow, nice. Wow. Hey, cool. Bro.
Fucking morning, I see you.
Gentlemen.
Oh no, it's a spicy ramen.
No, hey.
来，
有我问你，
笑啊，你笑，
有我问你，
你笑，我的。
Really hot. Open number. Hey, counter. How many? 哎，只有有人还有吗？ How you define brotherhood?
？I'm allergic to chili, but I still thank it for my brother. For my brother. My brother is what's his name?
I help you roll up your trousers.
Don't want lah.
Feet to find the
Never
right
mind, never
key.
mind. What's quiet?
Pick the right key using your feet.
Oh, right key.
Yeah. So that properly, right?
哇，抽筋。
Open it.
Oh, finally not bad. But a lot of $2. 这个门，这个门。
Want to be Nicole? I was not there. Then they got set up.
然后这边就是有一些场
Turn
景，
around.
它转个圈，那是什么？
Will you marry me?
Kiss 很手惊。哎呀！
You don't turn around. Will you please marry me?
Yes. 我有你的孩子。
还有多一个没？不要骗啦。
有，哎，这不是门嘞，
给给
这不是门，
没找红包哎，如果不开心我们就快 off 嘞。
这是 OK 吗？
哈，我值50块，Where I come down 8 AM。
Nicole, I promise to blow your hair.
I promise to blow your hair when you are drunk.
哎，这决定没有。
I will laugh at your 八字 forever.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go Tibet maybe 2018. I will go Tibet in 2018 with you.
2018发，大家一起发，来呀，换了，我他妈的死
Yeah.
现在这人快快，
Yeah, no 红包而已。
很凉很凉很凉，耶！Nicole。
给开山。哦。
groom over. Dear family members, relatives, and friends of Mr. Samuel Chong Ki Yong and Miss Nicole Go Hui Ping, a very good afternoon to everyone. Welcome to the marriage of Samuel and Nicole. You have been asked to gather here to witness and share in the joy of this union. There's always a saying, wedding day is a big day. And indeed it is a big day for Samuel and Nicole. So let us focus this very moment on this married couple. Before you are joined in matrimony, it is my duty to remind you of the solemn and binding character of the vows you are about to make. Marriage according to law is the union of one man and one woman, voluntarily entered into for life to the exclusion of all others. Now, do I understand that you, Mr. Samuel Chong, and you, Miss Nicole Go, are here of your own free will for the purpose of becoming man and wife?
Yes.
Good. Let us put our hands together and give them, we're so happy to hear that. They are of their own free will to come together. All right. Now, in the presence of your families and friends, will you, Samuel, take this woman, Nicole, to be your wedded wife, to live together in the legal estate of matrimony?
I will.
Good. Do you promise to love her, comfort her, honor and keep her, for better or worse, for richer or poorer, in sickness and health, and forsaking all others, be faithful only to her, so long as you both shall live?
I do.
Good. Now, the bride. In the presence of your families and friends, will you, Nicole, take this man, Samuel, to be your wedded husband, to live together in the legal estate of matrimony?
I will.
Good. Do you promise to love him, comfort him, honor and keep him, for better or worse, for richer or poorer, in sickness and health, and forsaking all others? Be faithful only to him, so long as you both shall live.
I do.
Good. All right. Okay. Now we're going to ask bridegroom. Huh? Can you both take the vows?
I, Samuel, take you, Nicole, to be my wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish from this day forward until death do us apart.
I, Nicole, take you, Samuel, to be my husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, in love and to cherish from this day forward until death do us part.
Rings are usually used during wedding, all right? And then I would like to let everyone know that wedding rings signify the married couple's perfect union and eternal oneness. These rings represent the vows and promises you have willingly exchanged, though we have heard the vows which have been shared by bride and groom. Words once spoken are carried away on the wind. Therefore, the wedding ring is a symbol, a vision symbol of the promises that have been made. The rings act as a perpetual reminder and symbolize your commitment in marriage till death do us part. Please hold the left hand and put on the fourth finger. When you do it, please see.
In token and pledge of our constant faith and abiding love, with this ring I marry you.
In token and pledge of our constant faith and abiding love, with this ring I marry you.
Well, this part has not been rehearsed. All right. As both of you, Samuel and Nicole, have given your consent before me and witnesses to live together in holy matrimony and have solemnly promised and have pledged your love and loyalty to each other and have declared the same by the joining and the giving of rings, I therefore, by the authority of vested in me as Deputy Registrar of Marriage of the Republic of Singapore, I do hereby pronounce you husband and wife. Everyone is waiting. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I now present to you Mr. and Mrs. Samuel Chong Ki Hong Yong.
Yes, thank you.
I'm gonna hold you like I'm saying goodbye.
For those who knows Nicole personally, I'm sure that you will agree with me that she's really smart and knowledgeable. You can literally chat with her about anything. She can go from bimbo topics to political, whatever. Just try. Sometimes she gets a little too excited and becomes creative in her vocabulary. So I remember vividly, there was once a group of us were deciding on where to go, and she suggested going to Piak Wei. And then there was this time where she invented a new fruit called strawberry. And besides all of this, Nick is also a fun-loving person who is always up for a good adventure. So naturally, we went traveling a few times, and traveling with her is always a memorable one. Just recently, a couple of months ago, a few of us packed our bags and went on a bachelorette trip to Boracay. It's the perfect location for her, right? And lots of booths and beach parties. So there is this saying that goes, no bride to be shall return sober from her own party. And of course, we got her drunk. So for the rest of the night, she sat on the bed, cross-legged, hugging this bean with her head resting on it. So she literally held out in that position for hours. That's also the last position we saw her in before we switched off the lights. Long story short, later on, she got diagnosed with nerve damage on her forehead. Yes, all thanks to that bean. I guess it will be one party she will never forget. So Nick and I have known each other since primary school. So we basically grew up together. And can you come up? Hello, Nicole. She said, okay, we are not exactly a type of friends who share much of our feelings. So this is probably the only time I'm going to say this to her. Thanks for sticking around even after I malayoned on you. Yes, I malayoned on her lap, literally. Otherwise, I wouldn't have the chance to witness this happy occasion. This 2 decades long friendship is even better than having a sister. So, you is better than a sister. So I'm really happy that you have found someone to entrust your happiness to. Remember that I will be there if you need someone or when you get sick of Samuel. But I trust that Samuel will take good care of you. And lastly, my advice for Samuel, Nicole is the most practical and down-to-earth girl I've ever known. She'll never ask you for flowers, she'll never ask you for chocolates and soft toys or even diamonds. For all occasions, just bring her a briefcase of cold hard cash. She'll love you forever. Thank you.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Vince, and I'm the appointed best man of today's royal prince of the evening, Mr. Chong Ki-yong. You know, there is a saying that goes, before iPhone, there was Nokia, or before Jay Chou, there was Fei Yuting. And in a very similar context, one can say that before Nicole, there was Vince. Now, before any of your minds start to wander with impure thoughts thinking that I'm about to make a love confession, let me stop you right there and clarify. Both Ki-yong and I like girls, just not the same girl though. You see, Ki-yong and I have known each other for a really, really long time. Almost 21 years since we first met at Primary 5 in Hong Kong. That's almost 2/3 of my life. Recalling the years we had spent together, there were indeed many moments which helped bonded our friendship. When we were young, we moved apartments together just to be closer to one another. We studied together, played sports together, sang Backstreet Boys together, played computer games together, and analyzed Vivian Su together. We even stayed back in JC one more year to help mentor the younger students, so we spent 3 years in JC. And we shared many sad and happy moments together. So definitely, we had much to learn from each other. For instance, Ki-yong introduced and taught me soccer, and in return, I taught him the art of dating women. So Nicole, you know who to thank after the wedding, huh? Yeah. Actually, Thank you. Actually, I'm just kidding. I'm absolutely certain that it was the mystical charm of Ki-yong that took your breath away. Now, a best man speech is not complete without talking about the qualities of the groom, so I shall now go to that really quick, okay? Ki-yong is a man with impeccable qualities, and there is no one on earth who is as flawless as him. Not only is he smart and witty, he is also charming, muscular, and tall. Nicole say and chubby as well, okay? His husbandry skills include cooking sumptuous meals, washing the dishes, doing various household chores, changing his kids' diapers for Nicole in the future. Indeed, his marriage will be seen as a heartbreak for many ladies out there. By the way, Kyung, gentle reminder to transfer $170 to my DBS savings account later. Yeah, for that speech. Okay. But in all honesty, for those who have known Kyung personally as a friend, will know that he is a very encouraging friend who will be there when you need someone to talk to. Whenever you're with him, he exuberates positivity and gives pretty decent advices. He's also the epitome of the word fun and is never a down moment whenever you are with him. Always so eager to organize parties and get together so that friends can have fun. For many of you, I'm sure that he has brought a myriad of colors to your life. But the thing that impresses me the most about Kyung is his nature of always exhibiting concern for the people around him and putting his friends' interests ahead of his own. And that is what makes a good friend and a loyal friend. So I'm thankful for the impact you had in my life, and I just want to say, I love you, brother. So Kyung, it is my honor, my joy and honor to stand here as your best man, witnessing and partaking in one of the biggest events in your life. I'm extremely excited for your new journey, as I know you will be a great husband and father. Eventually, who will do his best to provide for his family and bring them great joy. Nicole, I'm sure you will make a great wife as well, loving and supporting your husband in this marriage and tackling life's tough decisions together with him. And to the both of you, may I just say, marriage is not a process nor an end goal to a relationship. It is a commitment that is forged by love between two individuals to walk with each other and to uplift each other through life journeys of joys and pain. So it is my heartfelt wish that the both of you will be there to strengthen each other during difficult moments and to celebrate with each other during times of success. And if you can achieve this, then you will understand the meaning of two is better than one. And may God bless your marriage. And with this speech, I end my speech, and now I will offer a congratulatory toast to the newlywed.
Yeah, thank you, Vince. Wonderful speech. 很难得的兄弟之情哦。
I'm lucky to be alive and standing here and giving this thank you speech.
Wow!
She's clearly gone. Okay, first things first. Let me make sure I can do this before the second round. Thank you everyone for joining Nicole and I on our wedding night. Yeah, we are really honored to have your presence, each and every one of you. It's a long weekend for some, and I thank you for sacrificing your holidays for this. And I understand that there's a Man U match coming on at 12 a.m. So thank you also for sacrificing that. Every time I was down there in the audience like yourself, watching and listening to wedding speeches, I wouldn't think that it's my time yet. But here I am. So actually for last night, I was trying to Google how to write a good wedding speech. And amidst all the complicated stuff, I think I only got down 2 major points. That is to be sincere and to keep it short. Because you guys want your food. First and foremost, I would like to thank God for making all things possible in my life. For meeting Nicole to eventually marrying her. For those of you who don't know, Nicole and I are actually from the same secondary and junior college. But we have never ever met any time in our life.
重庆人怎么说？ Wow!
Well, perhaps God didn't think that it was the right time then, and we weren't ready for each other. But now we are, clearly. Okay. I would like to thank my parents, okay, who showed unconditional love for me. Although I may be a tough kid to understand. 爸爸，虽然我不在家不常说话，但谢谢你的一切。And to my mom, thanks for raising me as such a fine young man. Okay. I'm clearly spoiled because of her. Thanks to my brother and sister-in-law who have really taken good care of me as it was in Hong Kong, as it was my toughest period in my life. I may not say all your names, but I thank all my relatives here who are here. And thank you for sticking by my family for all this time. I thank you very much for all these years. To my brothers, Vince, Jichen, Yiwei, Juyong, Ifai, Wilfred, Tristan, and Sean. Thanks for helping me putting this together and keeping me alive until now. And coordinating today's activities. And thanks to all the sisters too for being there for Nicole and helping her out. To my other friends and colleagues whom I may not sound out, believe me when I say that I'm really happy that you are all here to witness our wedding. As much as this is for Nicole and I, It's also about putting our friends together and have a good time. I hope you enjoy the second half of this dinner and spare me from the alcohol, as there will be an after dinner party after this at 10:30, alright? I do hope that I will last till then. Thanks everyone.
Okay, well, it's my turn. I didn't really prepare for the speech. As I tried, I typed out 3 sentences, then I decided to go and sleep and have my beauty sleep. That's why I have to look chill tonight. You know, chill is equal to beautiful for those who don't understand. Okay, anyway, I would really like to a big thank you to everyone here today. Those who have traveled, especially very far, to come all the way here to celebrate our very special day. And I know this is meant for our day, but of course, it won't be special if it wasn't for all of our friends and family who will be here. And I would really like to thank you everyone for coming here. And thank you. And also, for those who don't really know me that well, I'm a girl with few words. Right? Yeah! So,
Biggest lie ever with the big mouth of hers.
Shut up. Okay, for those who don't really know, I'm really glad that you guys come here, and I really don't know really how to put my feelings into words. And I thanks everyone for coming here, and I love you guys all.
Thank you.
我的大蛋糕，这象征他们对爱情永恒的宣誓和未来美好的新生活。这个，哦，好快哦，掌声！ The pouring of the champagne symbolizes abundant wealth and overflowing love in their relationship. 据我所知，香槟仪式象征着财富源源不绝。可以尽量拍多一点。你要 aim 准一点，是不是太嗨了？喝太多。耶，张。
One, two.
Cheers! Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Samuel and Nicole. This wonderful toast.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thanks for coming. Hey, I'll cheers everyone. Wow, this is quite cow. Samuel, wow, yeah! Secret weapon.